let's run through a list of several different things that you should be concerned about when choosing a domain name for yourself or for your organization. But before we start, let's begin by saying that if you already have a domain name that you're happy with, skip this video, go on to the next one, or just listen to it for curiosity's sake. Let's talk about web page philosophy for just a moment. You want to have a web page for two reasons. First, you want the world to discover you because you believe you have something important to tell them, something worth listening to. And secondly, you recognize that your website is a large part of how a person is going to decide just how credible you are. Selecting a good name for your website has to do with the first of those two reasons. You want to be discovered. You have something important to tell people, and you want as many people as possible to hear your message. This is where a thing called SEO comes in. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Basically, it's how you go about setting up your website so that it can be found easily. It does you no good to have a beautiful website buried underneath 1,000 pages of other findings, right? And much of that is for a reason called keywords. Keywords are those words or phrases that people might use when searching for anything on the web. You use them all the time. We'll talk about keywords specifically in upcoming videos. But for now, let's just say that search engines are picky about how they rank pages, and having keywords in your domain is a good thing. Let's begin by, first of all, getting out a legal pad and then getting started. So imagine that you're looking for a church or nonprofit or some sort of a service that you're offering. How would you go about searching for it on the web? What words would you use? Write those down on that sheet of paper and put down the top 5 or 10 words that you might use in looking for your possible site and the things that you have to offer. If you are local, regional, or international, add your city, state, region, country, or just write down international. Are you a church, a school, an NGO? Write that down. Write down the name of your organization. Now, here's a hint for you. If it's possible, combine names, what you do, and your location together in some way. While domain names allow you to have up to 63 letters, it's better to keep it short. Easy to type is good, but easy to remember is better. You're naming a website, not a license plate. So don't misspell words, even if it's on purpose. It may be very clever, but that's not how people search. I shouldn't have to say this, but I will anyway. This is especially true if you're a school. Misspelled words are just simply not acceptable. If you happen to be an emerging organization, it may be better in the long run to go with XYZ Ministries than XYZ Church. You can always grow into the name, but it's harder to change it later. Before you purchase a domain name, make sure that you're not infringing on the copyrights or trademark names of others. Since no one searches for anything using acronyms, probably best to stay away from them. When it comes to hyphen, there are two trains of thought. Some people say stay away from them. Others say use them. They highlight your keywords. We'll leave that one up to you. Effective Websites is effective-websites.org. We're part of a family of websites, so name recognition is important to us. We use a hyphen because it highlights our keywords. It also tells you exactly what we primarily work with, the .org community, the nonprofit. While you don't have to be a nonprofit to use our services, we especially cater to the nonprofit community. Down at the bottom of our resources that you'll need page, we've included a domain name checker for you to help ease this process. You can go through and look for dozens and dozens of different names, and it'll be fast and easy for you. Once you've discovered one that's open, that you really like, register it right away. People register approximately 84 to 85,000 different domain names a day. You don't want the one that you fell in love with to be used by somebody else. Then click on the Bluehost button on the resources that you'll need, or to the host site that you've chosen to go with, and click Get Started Now. Unless you're a larger organization or an organization that plans on becoming larger, click on Starter. Enter your newly chosen domain name, along with a suffix, the .com, .org, .net, .edu, or whatever. and then click Next. That takes care of our time talking about domain names today. We hope that you've enjoyed it and gotten some helpful tips.